I would like to call very soon our next speaker, which first of all, she's a very charming lady, and I think she's got a heart of gold, and she's also a physician. She's a strategist, very sought after, and also a very good speaker. So allow me to call to the stage Dr. Janet Bruno.
Thank you for allowing me a moment to just gaze out and embrace looking at each of you. We have here, we said earlier, about 8 nationalities, even more languages coming from different lands, different religious beliefs, upbringing, and that's the beauty of diversity. And I just want to acknowledge that and recognize that and celebrate that. Because what I'm going to do for you in this short time here is give you a gift so that you can actually embrace the diversity in your business or workplace and actually use that to elevate not only your life, but the performance of your business. So I've been blessed incredibly in life to have lived and traveled all around the world. And one such story which I want to share with you to illustrate this message is when I was fortunate to live and work in India. Now, I was fortunate again to meet Mother Teresa. Everyone's heard of Mother Teresa, now Saint Teresa. She had a profound impact on my life. And one of the stories that can illustrate this is when I went to work and live in one of her leper colonies. Now, this was outside in the country from Calcutta, and it was there that I met a woman who ended up truly changing the path of my life. This was a 24-year-old woman, just very beautiful Indian woman, who had the early signs of leprosy. And when leprosy happens, what happens in India is they cast them out from their society. So this young woman, 24, beautiful, had a husband and a 2-year-old child. She was cast away, never again to see her husband and her child. And put into this place where there's a cement wall and a gate where other castaways go. And now just imagine, if you can, how horrific that would be. This woman had every single right to be angry at the world, to be just bitter, and to be completely depressed. But no, this beautiful woman, beautiful on the outside and beautiful on the inside, she somehow dug deep and transcended that. And she had the most radiant smile I've ever seen in my life. And she just had this joy that she shared. And it touched me profoundly. And I thought, how could she do that? And then I saw the other people in the community, similar people to her, all walks of life, and they were all cast away from their society. And they came together. They found a way to be a family, to find meaning again. And I learned tremendous lessons. And I took that, and I carried that back with me. It kind of changed the position of my life. I decided to become a medical doctor. I became a surgeon and a family practitioner, started treating patients. And then when I went back to India another time, I was fortunate enough to actually meet Mother Teresa in person. I was brought up to her personal quarters. We talked, and she put her hands on my head and blessed me and said that I have tremendous gifts, that I'm out to help and spread a message to hundreds of millions of people globally. And I'm like, wow, that's huge. But I realized there was some sort of a miracle witness that was going on, and that I was indeed a messenger. And I've taken that to heart, and even all these years, this was in my mid-20s, all these years it continues to unfold. And when I went back home to become the doctor, I was treating the patients one-on-one. And I realized I was living small. Like many, many people here, we go through times we realize we're living small. So I realized I went from the bedside to the boardroom. I became a physician executive with the Fortune 25 in America, and we worked with half of the Fortune 500 companies. And it was there that I realized at the high level of business, there was a lot going on. But then I realized it's not really that different from what's going on with the lepers. And so it's a level playing field. And the key thing with business is persons working with persons. And it's the care and the compassion that goes on in the business that really fuels the business to success. That was a lesson I learned from Mother Teresa and that beautiful woman. And I encourage each one of you, if you can plant that seed of maybe these stories I shared, and just remember when you go into your day, incorporate more care and compassion into your world, and it will raise you up. Thank you very much.